Today I'm going to be putting Titleist's brand new TS3 driver up against its predecessor, the 917D3. If you're new to the Bunkered YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button below, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and also leave some comments below. Now before we compare these drivers, before we stack them up against one another head to head, I'm going to run through the technological advancements in the new TS range. Titleist says their new TS drivers are their fastest and most forgiving to date, and that's thanks to the new Speed Chassis. Now this comprises 4 key technologies. First off, we've got an ultra thin and ultra light titanium crown. It's about 20% thinner than in the 917 range, so that's freed up some weight that can then move lower and deeper in the club head. We also have a thinner and faster face with a refined variable thickness technology, so you're going to retain great ball speed across the entire face for some added forgiveness and more speed. Also, because it's thinner, it's freed up about 6 grams of discretionary weight, which again has been moved lower and deeper in the club head. We also have improved aerodynamics. Titleist say the TS drivers are going to offer about 20% drag reduction when compared to the 917 range, so you're going to get some free club head speed without having to put in any additional effort. Finally, we've got the optimised weighting. As I say, that thinner titanium crown, that thinner titanium face, it's freed up weight which they then move lower and further back. Now that's really optimised where they can place the CG to give you a high launch and low spin, the recipe for maximum distance. So that's the key technological advancements compared to the 917D3. The TS3, it still features SureFit CG technology in the Solar Club, so we can dial in the club head to suit our needs, and we also have the SureFit hosel here, so same amount of adjustability when compared to the 917 driver, but what Titleist say you can expect is more speed and more forgiveness. It's also worth noting that the TS drivers don't feature an active recoil channel like the 917 drivers did. Now that's because Titleist say the benefits, the performance benefits that this new Speed Chassis delivers meant they didn't have to put an active recoil channel. You're going to get increased speed and increased forgiveness without the need for that channel. So that's the key sort of tech highlights and the improvements in terms of technology. But how do they perform? How do they stack up against one another? Let's look through the numbers I got from my Skytrack. I tested both models with the Project X even flow shaft. I had my TS3 set at standard 8.5 degrees, and I cranked the 9.5 degree 917 down to 8.75 just to match them up as best I could. We'll start with the 917. So first off, the club head speed 109 miles an hour and ball speed of 159. Launch angle 11 degrees, spinning just over 2,800, and my carry is 260 yards on average. My total distance 283 yards, so pretty solid numbers across the board there. Decent club head speed, decent ball speed, carry distance pretty good, and also the total distance pretty solid. Now on to the TS3, and we see improvements across the board. The club head speed, it's up a little bit, it's now up to 112. Ball speed's up 4 miles an hour to 163. Launch angle, again around about 11 degrees, but my spin rate's dropped, it's now under 2,500 RPM. As a result, my carry distance is up 6 yards on average. I'm up to 266, and the total distance is up 10 yards. I'm now hitting at 293 yards with the TS product. So that's just showing that these drivers are delivering increased performance when compared with its predecessor, when compared with the 917 range. I think that improvement in club head speed, that comes down to the advance in aerodynamics, and also my confidence with this club head. Because it's more forgiving, I feel more confident to swing harder at it and try and get the most out of this thing. It's more forgiving than the 917D3. The MOI is up roughly 12%, so that's a real big increase in terms of overall forgiveness. The ball speed up 4 miles an hour, clearly that thinner, faster face delivering some more speed for me. The spin rate's dropped, but the launch has stayed about the same, so getting a wee bit more distance and that optimised weight, giving me the ball flight and the launch characteristics I'm looking for. And then, added carry, added distance, thanks to all of those things. So nothing to complain about there. Some really impressive jumps in performance and 10 extra yards for me. Titleist say they've been seeing a lot of amateur golfers when they've had their fitting events really jump up a lot in terms of distance, and I'm no different compared to the predecessor. That's 10 yards I've gained, and that's nothing to be sniffed at. So that's what the numbers have to say. What about out in the golf course? Well, for me, it was the forgiveness that stood out most. Yes, I was getting a wee bit more distance and the speed was noticeable, but the fact that it's more forgiving just gave me the confidence to swing even a wee bit harder with this thing. I knew if I didn't quite catch it, If I hit it at the heel of the top, I'm still going to retain great distance, and it was also going to be fairly accurate. My dispersion with the TS3 compared to the 917D3 was quite noticeably better. I was finding a lot more fairways, and I was further down those fairways. In the looks department, I also like the fact they've gone back to a black finish. Yes, the liquid slate was quite nice with the 917 range, but there's no denying that black looks really sleek, and it also looks fast. It looks fantastic. Now, despite being a larger 460cc head compared to the D3, it does retain a great shape. It's got that traditional pear profile, so it will suit the eye of traditionalists, but that larger volume, that larger head, just giving you a bit more forgiveness. So all in all, across the board, added speed, added forgiveness, better cosmetics in my eye, everything in terms of performance, it's a big step up for the TS range. That standout figure is the 10 extra yards of distance, but for me, it was the forgiveness that stood out most. What the D3 would be pigeonholed often as a better players club, but this TS3 could fit in just about anyone's bag. Once you've dialed in that SureFit CG technology and the SureFit hosel to your settings, you're going to find this thing to be very fast and very forgiving. Hopefully that's given you an insight into the new TS range, the improvements that have been made over the 917 D3 and the 917 range, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you for watching.